Is 2025, the summer of 2025, the summer of chaos? Is it off to an early start? This summer, vast numbers of radical libtards that absolutely hate Donald Trump, and let's add this, they hate this country, they hate life, they hate babies. You already know that. They're the pro-aborting babies. They're the cult of death, that side of the bird. Well, vast numbers of these POSs are going to protest, okay? They're deeply angry about the war in the Middle East. And these POSs, these commies that are in this country, especially the illegal ones, let's add that in the mix. The illegal ones, the invaders, vast numbers of them that are in this country, and vast numbers of ultra-violent, predatory criminals will cause chaos in the streets of major cities all over America. You have libtards that hate this country. They hate you if you're just an American, law-abiding citizen that wants to be left the fact alone, don't want to roll up your sleeves. You want your borders to be sealed up. You don't want invaders coming in here. You're against killing babies. These POSs hate you. But add in the mix that we've been invaded. That's right, and this is the year of Deagle.com, 2025, right? I've been talking about this, so have many others throughout the years. And this is the year that they supposedly, 2 out of 3 Americans are supposed to be deleted from Earth, all right? And we've been invaded under Beijing Joe Biden's watch for the last 4 years. Invaded to the hilt. Men of military age, mostly men of military age. I've shown that. I've shown it ad nauseum, at any rate. All right, thumbs down clowns out there. You thumbs down clown POSs, you guys are useless eaters, I'll tell you that. If anybody needs to be vanished, it's these freaking thumbs down clowns, but I digress. So these invaders have been dropped all over the cities, major cities in America, in the middle of the night under Beijing Joe Biden's watch. Remember that? Planes flying them in from the border. Yeah, we've been invaded. It's an army. It's actually the UN's army, basically, is what this is. It's part of the Great Reset. It's depopulation. They got to get rid of the loudmouths, the ones that are pushing back against these communists, these anti-American New World Order pieces of crap criminals. All right? And it's unfortunate that even though the official start of summer is still a little over about a month away, it appears that the upcoming summer of chaos is off to an early start. For example, what's today, Monday? Well, just a few days ago, radical leftist libtards, commies, fake news watchers, filled with hate, always running on emotion, don't have 2 brain cells rubbed together to think anything remotely close to critical. These radical leftists spent hours disrupting a huge prayer rally in the heart of Seattle. And Seattle needs it. These libtard areas need it. All right? And authorities were forced to make dozens of arrests. See, they're disrupting a prayer rally, a prayer meeting in Seattle. Because a lot of these leftist libtards, they go to church. But not all of them, but they're in a church. And they think they're saved, they think they're going to heaven, but everything they stand for is wicked. Wicked, man. You're disrupting a prayer rally. If someone's praying over an abortion clinic, these libtards want you arrested because they're the cult of death, saturated in evil. Okay? They have disrupted a prayer rally, whatever that means, rally, prayer, a meeting of Christians that are praying. Disrupted it for hours. And it forced the authorities, the cops, to arrest a lot of these piece of crap libtards. Take a look at it. This is exactly what they look like. Kool-Aid in the hair, looking like cartoons, mad at the world. They're useless, but they're useful for the New World Order. Dozens were arrested after violence broke out between woke protesters and police at a religious rally in Seattle. Christian activists from On Fire Ministries hosted their Mayday USA rally at Cal Anderson Park on Saturday. The event was described as a standing together for biblical truth and values as part of the hashtag Don't Mess With Our Kids movement, according to the organization's Facebook. The violence began sometime around 1:30 in the afternoon, and by 5:30, the violence was still so bad that the Washington State Patrol was called in. These pieces of crap, these libtards, were attacking Christians that were praying. Don't Mess With Our Kids movement. That's what the Christians were there for. They were with the Don't Mess With Our Kids movement, and these libtards were pissed off. The devil inside was so mad, they were raging. They said, "How dare you say don't mess with our kids? We're coming to attack you. This is the party of love and tolerance until, well, you don't align with their satanic, immoral depravity." That's what it comes down to. These fake news watchers. Get a load of this. Individuals in the crowd have begun throwing water bottles at officers, police said. Protesters have now knocked down over fencing. Additional officers will be responding to the area to assist in maintaining a safe environment. By 5:30, troopers of the Washington State Patrol arrived at the scene to help. SPD, Seattle Police Department. So it was quite a chaotic scene. But what happened in Los Angeles was even worse. Something happened in Los Angeles. It is being reported that a large mob went absolutely wild in downtown Los Angeles on Saturday night. Again, this happened this Saturday night, past Saturday. Seattle incident and Los Angeles. This time in Los Angeles, there was a large mob going absolutely hog wild in downtown Los Angeles. Again, officers had to form a skirmish line to clear a large mob that vandalized a metro train, a police car, and several businesses in downtown LA. An LA Police Department spokesperson confirmed that to KTLA that units were dispatched to the 1700 block of Trinity Avenue near Washington Boulevard for reports of a group that was trespassing in the area around 10 o'clock at night. The group vandalized a metro train on Washington Boulevard. They also vandalized some businesses in the area. Just vandalize a train depot, just attack a police car, standard fare for these libtards. All right? Libtarded news outlets are not saying much about this riot because it makes their people look bad. But it certainly should be getting a lot more attention. I just caught this. It's late. I was looking up the latest. If I had visuals to show you proof, I would. But it's so damn late, I'm not going to bother. You could do your own research on this. I'm at that point in the busyness of life, okay? I'm just relaying this information to you. So be on the lookout. Summer of Chaos 2025. At some point, the mob in LA actually posed to take pictures of themselves, or they say photos, in front of an LAPD squad car. They're causing all this mayhem. They're going to get in front of a cop car and take selfies. UJK. A cop car that they just vandalized. They're now standing in front of it, taking pictures of themselves with the vandalized cop car in the background. Is your blood just slightly boiling right now? Because mine's sure as fact boiling. Big time. Big league. Around midnight, about 50 trespassers blocked two A-line trains. 50 protesters blocked 2 A-line trains traveling northbound. You're standing in the damn train track and there's a train coming at you? What? They blocked 2 A-line trains traveling northbound and southbound at the intersection of Washington Boulevard and Maple Street, south of downtown LA. Metro said in a statement given to KTLA. The trespassers began to spray paint on both trains and gained entry into the southbound train and spray painted on the interior of the train. During the incident, no operators or passengers were harmed and service was delayed around 20 minutes. You're literally going to stand there till the train stops, and then you have the audacity to go in there and start spray painting the inside and graffitiing and vandalizing? You can't just make this up. Let me tell you something. If I was the head of a police department, I'd do whatever I can, knowing that these mofos are around. to be on guard and be ready. Oh, there's a prayer rally going on, Christians gathering to pray against, you're not touching my kids, not my kids. And you don't know that this is about to happen? You don't know that these bitches are about to try to cause mayhem? This is ridiculous. You shouldn't be reacting. You should be proactive. You shouldn't be waiting for something like these bitches come over here to cause problems. You should be proactive. There should be a lot of prevention. And if they do happen to show up, you should have a little something from them to make sure that they learned their lesson learned. Something like that. Because all I see is the constant repetition of this crap over and over again. Seriously? It almost seems like and feels like this whole thing is just orchestrated. I'm sure it is. I'm sure all these bitches were paid to do stuff like that. Stand in front of a train until it stops and then kind of sort of hijack it and vandalize it. The conductors, I guess, were feeling very kind that day because, oops, my brakes just stopped on the train. I can't stop it. You better get moved, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, get out the way is what I'd be saying. This is ridiculous. Several individuals were also seen vandalizing a Los Angeles police squad car, even posing for pictures in front of it, shooting fireworks at it, kicking and spraying painting it as the officers started to drive away. Let me get this straight. They're kicking it, shooting fireworks at it, they vandalized it, the officers are driving away? Can you even... I watch a lot of cop shows on YouTube. If you get a traffic stop and you even act just the slightest bit off, these cops are going to start crawling up your arse with a microscope, so to speak. I think I smell alcohol. Step out the car. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? They'll look for a reason. Here in these libtard areas, these cops are given reasons to fucking arrest these piece of shit criminals, and they're driving away as their car's getting fireworks shot at, spray painted and kicked. They're trying to get a rise out of us Americans any way they can. They want us to pop off. They want us to get, kind of sort of do what they're doing, but they can get away with it. You can't. You and I can't do it. So just mind your pints and quarts and pray and stay out of the way. Don't react to any of this. You need to share the information. This is an information war, obviously. But they want to kick off something like a civil war. They're doing everything they can because there's no other reason why this is allowed. Cops are driving off as they're getting attacked. Well, any normal American would say, that pisses me off. Why do we keep seeing this over and over again? Constantly. If I did anything like that, most Americans would say, most people would say, I'd be in trouble. But somehow they get away with it? Oh, okay. It's bullshit. Hey, LA. All you libtard cities, what kind of police departments you got out there that you could get actually punked out by a bunch of friggin' basement dwelling, troll, Kool-Aid in their hair, dumb as a bag of hammers, running on emotion, soy boy, soy girl, weakling, weak as water, broken POSs like this. You get punked out by that? Seriously? I guarantee you, if a regular American wouldn't try to do anything like that, you'd be sent up the river without a paddle. It's ridiculous. Listen to this. The ones that weren't actively engaging in vandalism were recording the chaos on their cell phones. So there's footage out there. It's just that for me, it's too late to find it, like the days of old when I used to, and my eyeballs hanging out, exhausted because I had to show it, and then work smarter, not harder. You guys, you can look this stuff up, and if I get a chance, I'll show it to you, but I digress. Then listen to this. These days, our streets are absolutely teeming with predatory criminals, and way too often the police lose control. How do you figure? Why would the police lose control unless this is orchestrated? You're going to tell me the police are going to get punked out, they're losing control nowadays because our streets are so much teeming with predatory criminals. Okay, you're the police. Fucking arrest them. How are you losing control? You don't have a little something on you? A little pew-pew to help out in case you get attacked? Are you JKing me? Tasers? Lasers? Fracking access denial? 5G? You could like point the laser at him and the crowd feels like it's heating up? There's all sorts of damn shit out there that they could use. They just ain't. Get the hell out of here with this crap. It pisses me off. Speaking of losing control, Fox News is telling us that chaos erupted when a large group of, I'm going to botch this word, Kefiyeh, Keffiyyeh, sounds Muslim, something like Khalifa, wearing anti-Israel protesters ripped up, a group of, it's got to be Muslim wearing some kind of garb on their head. Anti-Israel protesters ripped up and burned diplomas outside Columbia University on Wednesday. A group of Keffiyyeh, I gotta look that word up. Keffiyyeh. A group of whatever the hell that word is, wearing anti-Israel. Okay, so a group of wearing some kind of garb on their head, anti-Israel protesters ripped up and burned diplomas outside Columbia University on Wednesday, shortly after a graduation ceremony at the Ivy League institution, while unruly demonstrators also tangled with police. Common theme, tangling with police. Common theme. Protests, breaking shit, tangling with police. Police are losing control. Police, oh my God, what am I going to do? We're just being overran by all these Kool-Aid in their hair, weakling soy boys that are going, Rrr, because they watch fake news. And seriously? This is too much. I can't. There's only so much I could take of this bullshit. But they're saying that the summer of chaos is coming, 2025, or probably they'll call it the summer of love, rebooted or whatever, 2.0. Let's see. Listen to this. Masks. There's a masks again. Where they come into play. Masked protesters set up a blockade of the Ontario food terminal very early on Sunday morning. Blockade of the Ontario food terminal. How does that make you feel, Canadians in Canada? There are troubling reports that the Ontario food terminal, the largest wholesale fruit and produce hub in Canada, moving 2 billion pounds annually, 2 billion pounds of produce they move annually, has been disrupted by far-left activists chanting Free Palestine. They don't even know where this place is. They just Free Palestine because they're getting paid to say it and disrupt. Disrupting a food terminal. Masked protesters stage a blockade at the Ontario food terminal, preventing freight trucks from accessing Canada's largest wholesale fruit and vegetable distribution center. Citizen journalist, such stupid names. I gotta pronounce his name. Karima Rules. There's a citizen journalist, Caryma Rules. Karima Rules. It's a citizen journalist. This is the person that wrote on X, said that mass protesters are blocking Ontario food terminals, preventing freight trucks from accessing Canada's largest wholesale fruit and vegetable distribution center. This demonstration began shortly before 2 a.m. ahead of the day's scheduled deliveries. So basically what they're doing is trying to block trucks from coming in, picking up all this produce to make deliveries so you Canadians can have some food. They're trying to block you from eating. That's what it looks like to me. And it goes on and on. Let's see here. All right. Liverpool. Let's see here. Vehicle attack in Liverpool. That's another thing. Vehicles running over people in crowds. When you're in a crowd, you better have your head on a damn swivel. Unless somehow you're in like at a you know how sometimes like they have like festivals and parking lots and it's cordoned off and it's kind of feels safe, but that's one thing. But if you're on a damn street and you're in like a parade area, like a parade or something like that in a crowd, your ass better have your head on a swivel and you better have an exit plan real quick in case one of these mofos wants to mow you down in your vehicle. By the way, do vehicles kill? Because they say guns kill. Like guns get up and they actually can kill you. Do vehicles kill, or is it the person behind the gun and the person behind the wheel? Libtards will say that the gun kills. Never mind the fact that you have to pick up and press the trigger and there has to be a bullet in the chamber. They leave that part out. So if they're applying libtard logic, if guns kill by themselves, that's why they want to ban guns. Well, do cars kill by themselves? That you might as well say that too, right? They say guns kill, confiscate and ban guns. Guns don't kill, people kill. People use the tool called the gun to kill. People use the car to kill. People use a knife to kill. So you ban everything that could be perceived as a weapon because a person picked it up or used it to kill someone? No. It's the person. It's the people. It's these bastards. It's these criminals that are killing. Not the car, not the gun. The gun was used as a tool to kill, but someone had to use it. The libtards, they're really damn stupid. They don't get these things. So here we are. A man has been arrested after a vehicle struck several people during a parade. There you go, a parade. Celebrating Liverpool Football Club's Premier League title on May 26th. So Liverpool Football Club's Premier League title was celebrated on May 26th in the UK, United Kingdom, and some jerk off, probably a Muslim, had to be an invader, hit several people in the crowd. A number of pedestrians were hit after the team's open top coach carried players and coaching staff through Liverpool, England, for a victory parade. So you had an open top coach vehicle carrying players and coaching staff through Liverpool during a victory parade, and some mofos ran down some pedestrians that were nearby. And the list goes on and on. They said this is just the beginning. The Summer of Chaos 2025 has begun, but I guess we ain't seen nothing yet. So I just want to put that out there. Don't be a troll. Don't forget, Deagle.com. This is the year. We'll see how it goes. 5 months down practically, and 7 more to go. Don't be a troll out there. If you see a troll, say something. At any rate, as they say in Canadian, I am oot.